Okay, so let's just warm up here by describing this region by x cross sections and by y cross sections. Okay? So for x cross sections, x is going to go from 0 to 1, because of course this is a point 1, 1, and that should be totally obvious. I believe it is. And let's erase these question marks here. I don't know why I put a 1 here. It's just apparently a badly written question mark. Okay. So we see that if x is allowed to go from 0 to 1, if we have a sample xi star here, that y goes from 0 up to, well, xi star squared, obviously. Okay? So that would be 0 less than or equal to y less than or equal to x squared. And you'd set up your integral accordingly. Okay, well, okay, what if we want to describe this thing by y cross sections? Same thing here. Y is 1, right? So y goes from 0 to 1, so we could have a yi star. Okay? Now what would the limits on x be? You would go from here to here. Once you have the region drawn, it's very easy to draw what your typical cross-section is going to look like. So what are the limits on x?
Negative square root of y, positive square root of y.
Negative square root of y would be over here. There's nothing over here.
Y.
Huh?
Up in 0 to square root of y.
0 square root of y go from here to here.
So square root of y to 1?
Yeah. So right ideas all along, but be careful. Square root of y to 1, and you see this right away. Okay? Make sense? I understand why you said negative, because you're solving the equation y equals x squared for x. Yeah, you do that, but then you fit it to the region. If it was over here and you had two parts of the region or something, yeah. Okay, so that's pretty straightforward, right? Okay, so let's make it just a little more complicated. We're going to use x equals 1. We're still going to use y equals x squared. But then we're going to use y equals 1 minus x squared. And we want the region bounded by the two curves and the line x equals 1, which would be then this region right here. I could ask you for the region bounded by the two curves, which would be this region right here, right? Could ask you for this region here, okay? But this is what I asked for, okay? So, how are we going to describe that in terms of x cross sections? How in terms of y cross sections?